What's poppin', fight world? You rocking with your boy. Let's get straight into this thing, right? So Floyd put out a statement talking about franchise champion, how he supports it, and how it will make the sport much, much better. And I agree. A lot of guys online are having they panties all in a bunch because they feel like if you're a franchise champion, you're not gonna give top level guys an opportunity to fight you. You may duck certain fighters. You may give lesser opponents the ability to get in the ring with you. And I understand that to an extent. But you only can be franchise champion if you're a warrior. If you're a guy that's been proven to fight the big fights like a Lomachenko, like Canelo Alvarez. So these guys definitely deserve to be the franchise champion. I would say, just like Floyd said, he was basically the franchise champion. Because Floyd didn't need a belt. He needed his name, and he can get anybody in that ring, and money is going to flow. Asses in the seats, pay-per-view. So his value exceeded the belt because of what he did in the sport. So I agree. Franchise champion, give the opportunity for guys that been in the fire. Give them a raise, if you will. You see what I'm saying? And Canelo deserves a raise. We don't need guys like Andrade or guys like, or that bum-ass dude, Charlo, fighting a bunch of tomato cans. So you got, let's say, for instance, you got your boy, Jamal Charlo, right? Who he fought, right? Off the top of the dome, Brandon Adams, right? Kovac, what's that dude? Hugo Santana, I think. And then like Highland. His only tough fight was J-Rock. And my boy Austin Trout was giving him that work too. But if you look at his record off the top of my dome, I believe he's been fighting nothing but bums. And his toughest fight was my boy J-Rock, and Trout did his thing, but Trout, you know how Trout give it up, man. He's the major gatekeeper, but at the end of the day, bro, you don't give a guy like Jamal Charlo the opportunity to fight for any type of belt, to fight the champion, the boogeyman of the sport, and my boy Canelo Alvarez or Triple G, fighting the guys he fought. See, now that he's a franchise champion, my boy Canelo, he don't have to fight dudes that don't want to get in the fight with anybody else. You understand me? Like Floyd said, these guys don't want to fight each other. All they targeting is me. I get it because I'm champion and this is where the money is at. But I'll be damned if I went into the fire when I was a young dude, pretty Floyd Mayweather, and then I turned to Money Mayweather, and I've been fighting all these tough guys, and I'm going to give a guy an opportunity to fight me because he's been fighting who? Huh? He's been fighting who? Hugo Santana? You think he about to fight Dennis Hogan? Real talk? No, you don't deserve it. And again, like Floyd said, when you look at a guy like Jamal Charlo, right? I keep getting them confused, which I know I'm talking about Jamal Charlo, the 160 champ, WBC suck-ass champion, right? So that dude, right? Like Floyd said, right? Your boy Jamal Charlo just did an interview talking about how he didn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. His reasoning was that Andrade didn't bring anything to the table. He would like to fight Demetrius Andrade in the street when no one is looking. I'm like, yo, Playboy, this is boxing. This is prize fighting. What are you talking about? You want to fight him in the street. See, this is why franchise champion matters, man. This guy's looking for the bag because he knows if he fights Canelo, because he's going to lose. Point blank, period. You understand me? So he wants to get the bag in the process, man. He don't want to fight the tough fights, but, make his name known, build his name and build his fan base. And then my boy Canelo will get in the ring with him. See, my boy Canelo was doing different things before he fought your boy Floyd Mayweather, right? He was raising his stock. Then he said, you know what? I want the boogeyman. I want Floyd Mayweather. Floyd gave him the opportunity, whether because he was Spanish, he had the Mexican population popping, or not. The fact of the matter is he gave him a shot. Look, after he took that loss, not only did he get better skill-wise, he has raised his game, and he's been taking names ever since. You see what I'm saying? And then he went on to be champion at every weight class. He's about to fight our boy Kovalev. He has done so much since the loss. You understand what I'm saying? No, he's not fighting Jamal Charlo. No, he's not fighting your boy. Anybody that hasn't been in the fight with anybody. Look, the person who should be saying something about you don't bring anything to the table, it should be my boy Canelo Alvarez. What do Charlo bring to the table? You may say Charlo got the belt. Well, Demetrius Andrade got the belt. How come he don't bring anything to the table? Because your boy Jamal Charlo said so? Nah, Playboy. Look, man, stop playing games. This is boxing, man. If we continue to let these cocksuckers ruin boxing for us, we're not going to get the tough fights. And you reporters, you YouTube reporters, I respect you dudes. I may call y'all cocksuckers, man, but y'all got the nerve to go to these fights and interview these dudes, man. Now, it seems like everybody's scared to ask this dude to tough questions and hold him to the fire. So as soon as he said he don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade because Demetrius Andrade don't bring anything to the table, you should have asked the tough questions. What do you mean? What do Hugo Santana bring to the table? What do Dennis Hogan bring to the table? What do Brandon Adams bring to the table? What did these guys bring to the table? They didn't have a belt. They didn't have a name. You wasn't getting top dollar. You unifying with your boy Andrade. What do you mean? You see what I'm saying? So don't say that none of this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense, bro. And I'm giving it to you real talk, man. You know, the way Bully Spence, man, he hasn't fought anybody to deserve the shot to fight my boy Sean Porter. But you know what he did do? You know what he was doing? He was taking names. He was fighting, named guys that was washed up. But at the end of the day, he went across the water, got that belt from Kell Brook, respected. You understand me? And he's been calling out Keith Thurman, Pacquiao, Sean Porter, all the top dogs. It wasn't like he was sitting in the background. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like, dude was offering him a fight and he was declining like my boy, my Demetrius Andrade is offering your boy Jamal Charlo a fight, right? So it's not that type of situation. So when y'all look at the franchise champion, you have to understand the structure in which it gives benefit to us. You understand me? But if you look at it as, Charlo doesn't have to fight Canelo doesn't have to fight anybody because he's not mandated or to do so. I get that part. But look at the whole picture. You see what I'm saying? When you look at the whole picture, you'll see it through my eyes. You'll understand that we get the best fights for it. Now, Demetrius Andrade don't deserve a fight with Canelo because he hasn't done anything, but we have to give him props for asking for these tough fights. Eventually, he'll get the tough fights. And if he does not, Canelo's going to notice this dude is knocking on his door. Canelo's going to notice this dude is moving and shaking on his own, and they're going to force that fight to happen. I think that's a 50-50 fight, point blank period. But the way Bully Spence, he earned a shot because of what he was doing as far as calling guys out. But who did he fight to get to the top? Nobody. You dig what I'm saying? So you may say, what about the guy that, coming up in the ranking don't have a big name, but he has done everything he's supposed to do to get to the number one spot to fight for the WBC, the IBF, whatever. You dig what I'm saying? And the guy who's holding it is Canelo, let's say. I feel bad for that dude. You understand? But the politics in boxing, it requires you to suffer and do some different things and make a name for yourself. Because if you give any Dick and Harry a shot, like Hugo Santana, you think what I'm saying? Brandon Adams, these guys get the shot because they earned their way to the spot, but they really, come on, bro. You think what I'm saying? And anyway, those are tune-up fights. You fight those guys anyway. They're given. You think it's a given to give those guys a shot. You got to keep the guy active, the top level guy active. Get him in the ring with one of those cocksuckers. But at the end of the day, man, focus, people. Look, I'm going to leave you with this. Canelo said to Triple G, look, listen, Playboy, you've been calling me out. I gave you the shot. We fought to a draw. All right, rematch. I beat you in a rematch. Now you asking to fight me again. Nah, you ain't getting to fight with me, dog. I'm not scared to fight you. I just beat you twice, for real. But now you got to go get you a belt. And matter of fact, go fight somebody tough. And then I'll holler back at you. But right now, nah, Playboy, you cloud chasing now. You trying to get a rubber match with me, and you haven't actually did anything in the sport. You talked about you was about that smoke. You was the boogeyman, and I got in the ring with you for the first time. We fought to a draw. It's like the time I washed you, point blank period. You see what I'm talking about? This is the type of time Canelo is on, people. You feel what I'm talking about? Like if y'all understood Spanish, which I don't either, I'm pretty sure he kicking his same knowledge, but in Spanish. I wish he had English in his, vocabulary. I'm guaranteeing you he'll break it down just like I'm breaking it down to you. These guys don't deserve a shot. So, yes, I like the way they got their franchise champion popping off, man. It's going to be a beautiful thing for the sport of boxing, man, because you're not going to be fighting a champion that has been in the fire and you haven't done anything. You know what I mean? Point blank period, man. We look at guys like Tank Davis. He don't want to fight nobody. Look, so you got a guy like Tank Davis that has the opportunity to fight Lomachenko. You understand what I'm talking about? He has the opportunity because Lomachenko is fighting it. He's saying, yeah, holla at me, boy. But he don't want it. You feel me? So the guy that's coming up in the ranking that finds himself in the number one spot is going to be somebody soft, something light, something not too serious. And then when my boy Loma put hands and feet, you guys talk about how he didn't, fight the best. Well, he asked for the fight. He asked for the top dog. You understand what I'm saying? So, but every circumstance, every individual top boxer have their own story. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, the way Bully Spence, he's champion now, right? WBF, WBC. So he's a different type of champion. You dig? Will he fight the guys that we want to see him fight? I think we will, because he has something to prove. He believes he's the boogeyman, and I respect him for that, other than the fact that he doesn't want to fight Crawford, right? So what did Crawford do? Crawford unified that 140, came 147, put hands and feet, and everybody believed that this is the best fight since Pacquiao and Floyd, and he can't get the fight with your boy, you dig, the way Bully, because he around the corner across the street. You see what I'm saying? So he acting like he the franchise champion too. What my boy got to do? He got to go in and he got to sign up for the WBC and fight all those guys to get #1, and then hopefully get the fight with your boy the way Bully, and then he get over it, then he move out of the weight class. Like, come on, we chasing dudes, man. We just chasing these cocksuckers, B. So yeah, man, I respect the franchise champion, but you gotta understand it and look at it. Not just hear these cocksuckers talk about it online and don't have any common sense. They're not gonna give you the real. They're not gonna break it down the way I just broke it down to you, man. I explained to you from the guy that's weak, coming up in the ranking, that like a Hugo Santana, that has no shot to beat Charlo. We got guys like that. They're gonna earn their spot. Right? But as the franchise champion, we won't have the franchise champion fighting those suckers. You see what I'm saying? You dig? The franchise champion is going to focus on top level dogs. You dig? You smell what I'm saying? Then I talked about the guy that wants to unify with your boy, Tank Davis, and Tank Davis is ducking and hiding. Then we got a guy like my boy, want to unify like Crawford, that don't want to get. And you got the way Bully's ducking and hiding. Like, so you get what I'm saying? I'm giving it to you from every angle, and you got to respect the guys who went in the fire and do not want to just give some Joe Smo opportunity just because he got a little bit of power and he passed the eye test. The guy hasn't done anything, and the things he's done has been against weak C-level cab drivers. You know, the cab driver that should have drove the way Bully Spence home. That type of dude. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, franchise champion, I'm happy that it exists. I'm happy that it's popping. Canelo do his thing. Canelo versus Kovalev. I'm going to break that down. I'm going to give y'all a great prediction, man. It's going to be fire, man. Rock with your boy. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.
It's called congratulations. You played yourself.